All right, lads. So I'm trying to work on this subscriber special, the 10,000 subscriber special, because hopefully that ends up happening. And ideally, I would be writing an erotica because that's what everyone wants, and that's what I want out of life. One third girls are right here, as in you're 33% a girl. How does that work? But yeah, I worked out for the first time in maybe a month today, and I think I went for 15 minutes before I just eventually my body started to shut down, and I think I lost all feeling in my arms. Hey Eunice, hello LS. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot more girls in the server than there are on the actual channel. I don't know what to make of that. But guys, you are going to help me write an erotica because that's what I'm going to do for my subscriber special. We're going to write the next 50 Shades of Grey. We're going to revolutionize written sexting. Make sure to write in some crying. Okay, yeah, I could have a character cry. The erotica is going to be about sneezing, and usually when you sneeze really hard, your eyes start to water. So that could be something. The Q&A is going to be this weekend. I'm releasing that this weekend. Yida Miss 46, thank you for the poop helicopters. I can always rely on you for that. Everyone say hi to Shaylin George. She is a good friend of mine who I'm very attracted to. So go ahead and bully her right now. Wooly Par, you need to have more going on in your life. But yeah, let me know what sort of stuff you want in the erotica. Someone wants a character to cry. I can make it very sad. It's going to be Mrs. Pepper from Blue's Clues cheats on Mr. Salt by helping Steve from Blue's Clues with his sneeze fetish by like sacrificing her pepper so that he could sneeze. I don't know if that's how sneeze fetishes work, but I'm hoping that it turns out pretty well. Total garbage. How are you? Will this be posted afterwards? Because I can't watch. I think, sure. Yeah, I don't know. This channel is still a mess. So I'll do whatever you guys want me to, including peeing on camera, because we've already done that once. Muffin Fish, Biscuit, how are you? Long time. Feet stuff. All right, I can include some feet stuff. There needs to be overused farts constantly. I don't know how I would make that work in writing, because a fart in a video is so much more satisfying. Because you hear it, you smell it, you taste it, you see it. You see the expression change on the person's face as they realize the fart's coming, as it builds up inside them, as the tension is then released. It's more difficult to write about that. But I will include one fart in the erotica. Sexy crying. All crying is sexy if you're into crying. Whenever I'm at a funeral, funerals are the only places where I'm able to maintain erections. Have you guys seen that clip of the guy who has like 100 orgasms a day? Who had like 5 orgasms at his dad's funeral? That shit was intense. Wasn't aware of the attractive part, but I'll take it. Yeah, you're a very attractive human being, Shaylin. Once my friend had to sneeze but couldn't, so she snorted pepper. Yeah, I'm working on a shirt that would have like some very coked out dude doing a line of pepper off a table, sort of like cocaine, and he's just like surrounded by mountains of pepper and cayenne and spices. It's sort of he would be a very wealthy trading partner, like during the spice trade. Can they make characters constantly have to change because they sharted? No, I'm not going to do that. Farts are better in physical form. Yes, I agree. It's hard to read about a fart and be impressed. Doomslayer from Doom. This is a Blue's Clues erotica, sir. I don't know how to include the Doomslayer, but we'll make it work. Make it so that when Pepper Bitch cries, Fred gets rock hard. I don't know what that sentence means. Can you do Fortnite? Like, do you want me to play Fortnite or you want me to write about Fortnite? Because it's been a while since I've played Fortnite and I'm rusty. Um, if this is a movie, I would love to make all of the sneeze sound effects. Yeah, for my million subscriber special, all of you guys can be cast in a porno that I direct and write and produce and star in as well. It would be sort of like the Tommy Wiseau, The Room project of porn. Pussy sneezing. Shaylin, I'm no longer attracted to you. Blue Skidoo, you can too. Isn't that from it? Yeah, this is a Blue's Clues theme. I'm also thinking of doing a Harry Potter sneeze fanfic where Voldemort is trying desperately to sneeze because it turns out that Bellatrix Lestrange, the Death Eater, his possible romantic partner, is into sneeze fetishes. But Voldemort doesn't have a nose, so how can he sneeze? You know, that's his that's his white whale of a challenge. He needs to grow back the nose specifically so he can sneeze to in order to arouse Bellatrix Lestrange. This is a Blue's Clues around. Yeah, it is. When they open the letter, when they open the letter, make it sneeze. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, in the Blue's Clues show, when it's like, we just got a letter, we just got a letter, it's like they open up the letter and it's a video of a kid. But maybe this time, like when they open up the letter, it could be a sneeze porn star instead, sneezing directly into the camera. Those video, I watched a lot of those videos for you guys so I can do research. They get a lot of mucus on their camera and a lot of spit on their camera. Like they get up like really close and like they shove toilet paper and stuff up their nose, which isn't good in this economy with the surrounding stuff going on, and they just sneeze directly onto the camera. And they hope people like it. Queef. Snot tasting. Okay, yeah, I could do a snot taste. Diapers. Sure. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. Listen, I don't kink shame normally, but Shaylin, when you say the words pussy sneeze, that works better as like a heavy metal band name than it does as a kink. Could there be a sneeze threesome towards the end? A sneeze some, if you will. I love the use of word combinations there. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Steve is like pouring Mrs. Pepper into his nose that he could sneeze. But then Mr. Salt walks in and he's like, honey, what's this? And then Mrs. Pepper is just like, no, this isn't what you look like. But Steve is just like, shh, 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 shh. Like, it's okay, it's okay. Salt and I have been romantically intertwined. We want this. And then he just starts like seasoning his nose and sneezing. And it brings their marriage closer together because now they have someone that they can share. Snot tasting. Um, sure, yeah. You guys, you guys ever have a mom who hates when you like sniffle? So like whenever you do like she gets really annoyed and says that's the equivalent of like drinking your own mucus. But it's not. Because like when I sniff, I don't have to like put snot into my mouth. It doesn't make sense. Okay, fine. All right. Let me write down some notes. Snot tasting is officially in this porno because you guys are a bunch of freaks who don't know how to stop with a bit. All right. I wish I could share my screen with you. Right now, this has, uh, yeah, Voldemort has no nose but wants to sneeze for Bellatrix. I was also thinking of doing a Mario um, erotica fanfic where Mario tries to capture the cape feather, you know, the feather that gives him a cape, but it's not a cape feather. It just like brushes against his nose, and he ends up sneezing. Okay, yes, snot tasting. Snot tasting is officially in. You no longer have to talk about snot tasting. Let's just forever no longer talk about snot tasting. Francis Gardner says CBT, cock and ball torture. Okay, yeah. I could work that in. You guys ever like get so like growing up? I was a very hormonal and horny 12-year-old, and I would just do everything to my penis. At a certain point in the process of masturbation, I got like a can of Lysol and I sprayed it on my balls. I don't recommend doing that. Uh, it's a waste of Lysol and also it burns. That would be a sick band name. BDSM sneeze in your area. I want to live in a world where I can just type into Twitter, "Hey, does anyone want to sneeze on me?" And like 10 people could show up. I think that's one of the best virtues of online fame. I want there to be so many of you guys that I could just say, "Hey, I'm hungry. Like, can someone get me a burrito?" And like two or three of you would track me down and give me a burrito. I'm going to be writing this right now. Yeah, if you guys want to work on your own sneeze fanfics as well, go for it. Okay, baby paprika. Right. I'm not going to include her in the erotica because that's fucked up. But I was talking with Shaylin and another friend, Preston, about this. There's no way that Mrs. Pepper and Mr. Salt like consummated their marriage and then gave birth to paprika or cinnamon, right? Like pepper and salt don't create cinnamon. So my erotica isn't so much a fanfic as it is a behind the scenes glimpse into the true lives that these characters are leading. Because Mrs. Pepper has been hoeing around quite a lot because in order to give birth to Paprika, Pepper would have had to like been sleeping around with like human or cayenne, you know. Pepper and salt did not result in paprika. And to get cinnamon, I feel like, she must have been fooling around with nutmeg for a bit, which is too bad because nutmeg is a dick. Steve is their sub. I don't see Steve as a sub. Uh, or maybe. Make your argument. Make a case about that. Yesterday I sneezed with my mouth closed and it was painful. Yeah, it's sort of like yawning without uh closing your eyes. Can you put salt and pepper in his mouth? Yeah, sure. I guess we could also have a cameo from the band Salt and Pepper. Mario mustache play. That could work. Mario's what's that Mario Odyssey where the hat brings things to life? Maybe like his hat takes over his mustache, and his mustache begins to uh tickle him until he sneezes. Pegging. Okay, Mr. Pepper or Mrs. Pepper can peg Steve. I'm into doing that. Mario is a fucking simp, in my opinion. Mario is a simp. He spends every game trying to track Peach down. But Peach doesn't want him. Peach hangs around because of the royalty checks. Uh, Mario dies multiple times just to get a hug from Peach. And I'm not saying that she owes him anything. I'm just saying that she's very obviously not into him. And at this point, I think she likes being captured by Bowser, and they should just leave it at that. Wait, what don't we need to talk about? Could someone tell me, please, repeatedly and in great detail, preferably? Drinking mucus. We don't want to talk about drinking mucus. Um, Nose torture. Okay, yeah, I could include that. Sort of like cock and ball torture. What if Steve pulls down his pants and instead of having genitals, he just has a nose? That could be an interesting variable to add. Salt and Pepper have a threesome with Cayenne Pepper, just to spice things up. Isn't Cayenne Pepper the name of a drag queen? Let's look that up. Cayenne Pepper. Oh, Cheyenne Pepper. Yeah, yeah, that's Eugene Lee Yang's drag queen persona. So we could have like a Try Guy cameo in the erotica. Have you ever fucked raw meat? Narita, I don't want to answer that. No, because if I don't answer that, because then that means the answer is yes. No, I haven't fucked raw meat. Well, technically I have, because like human people are raw meat. So I guess technically the answer is yes. Yes, I have. Yeah, nose and mouth torture. I'll do that instead. Gary the Snail from SpongeBob Salt Torture BDSM. I'm into that. I'll do that. I was listening to the Tiny Meat Gang podcast. I think it was them. I think Noel was talking about how one of his friends masturbated and like ejaculated onto a snail, and the snail started to like sizzle. Um, make of that what you will. I don't know why someone would do that. Can the salt be a simp? The salt is definitely a simp. At the very least, he's a cuck because he lets his wife have sex with various other spices in the world. Stick some dick in someone's nose. We're not gonna do that. Um, they could be adopted. Uh, I guess they could. Cinnamon and paprika could be adopted. But why would you adopt a kid when you could just let them rot in an orphanage? It really spices up their lives, gives them a bit more of personality. On an actual note, though, I was adopted, and there was this kid from my orphanage named Dennis who was adopted by this Korean couple. But Dennis had like ADHD and like learning disabilities, which Koreans don't really acknowledge. We're a bit behind on like mental illness stuff. So he was adopted by this Korean family, but they returned him to the orphanage after like a year or two, without telling him that that's what they were doing. They just said, "Oh, like you're just gonna visit your friends at the orphanage, have a good time. Here's a suitcase. You'll be here for a week." But then a week passed, and they never came back. Um, yeah, I just wanted to like get that off my chest because it's objectively fucked up. My cat's name is Nutmeg. Well, bad news for you, characters. Your cat had sex with a sentient pepper shaker. Can't be the name of the hat if you're going to go with that idea. Thank you. Shy Guy is a Chad. Shy Guy is a Chad. Um, Bowser's a Chad. No, Bowser's a bit of a simp too, actually. Nose hair slowly pulled out one by one. I like that idea. I think we should set up like a tweezing robot machine that just does that periodically. So Bowser is Peach's boyfriend and Mario is the simp husband. What's Toad in this situation? The Toady? I think Toad is the fluffer. Toad is there just to help Bowser maintain an erection. We just stop talking about sex. We've been talking about sex way too much. He pulls down his pants and what's that? A feather tickles the nose. I like that. Salt and pepper seasons thieves meat. I hate that. How have you guys been holding up during the this quarantine? Because I've actually been able to go out because I work at a grocery store and have been deemed essential. And essential essentially means I get paid 11.75 an hour, which feels real essential. I feel really, really important. Side note: Joe sucks. Am I supposed to ask who Joe is, and then you say you're Joe Mama? That's incredibly shitty. It was. It was incredibly shitty. Sensual pepper sniffing. Yeah, maybe I feel like I could work on something about candles here, right? Luigi is the real MVP. Luigi doesn't do shit. Luigi, like people like think they like Luigi because he's not Mario, and it's cool to like not like the main character. But like Luigi doesn't do shit. He has a haunted house that no one wants to live in him with. He's destined to die alone, and inevitably take over the house that once was his. Luigi's not a Chad. I don't accept that. My mom got laid off because she takes pictures of school children for a living. LMAO. Your mom sounds wildly suspicious. I hope these kids have her permission. I have plumbed new depths of boredom. I have been filing a bolt and some washers into a perfect cube using the file on my Leatherman. For what purpose, Scott? Why? What does that accomplish? What are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm lucky in that I live on top of a hill where barely anyone lives and I can go on walks and stuff. That's good. You guys need to like just after this live stream is over, or maybe right now, maybe just turn me off because I'm not talking about anything important. Turn me off, go for a walk, connect with nature, shove a branch up your ass, do what you need to do to lift the fog from your mind. I miss human interaction and I'm gonna fail my classes, lose my scholarships, and ruin my future. That's heavy. Yeah, I'm very touch starved right now. This customer at work brushed her fingers against my shoulder. That was like 2 days ago, and I still think about it. That's how touch starved I am. But yeah, I talking to humans is a very important thing to do. And yeah, it seems like online classes seem to be a bit more difficult than physical ones because it's harder to like take things in. But how are you going to lose your scholarships? How I don't understand that part. Have you guys ever seen the videos made about that Japanese live stream? Uh, no, I think it's like Nagoya or something. They trap this. Well, he chooses to do this, but they trap this Japanese dude in an apartment with one room, and he's not allowed to leave. They take away his clothes, and he has no food and no water, and he's not allowed to leave the room unless he like uh does a bunch of like contest applications, like prize submissions, in order to like win food and prizes. And he can only leave after he like wins a certain amount of money. And he stayed in there for like a year or something. It was insane. I never left my house before the quarantine, so literally nothing is different for me. Maybe you should start. Maybe you should start getting out more. I'm watching you. Doesn't that tell enough? Yeah, it means that you're very, very bored, and I apologize for the shit show that is your life. The grand final act should be where Fred is thrown into the. Who's Fred? I don't know who Fred is. Also, I got a pull-up bar for 20 pounds so I can exercise. My university application is all up in the air though because the exams that I depended on have been canceled. Hasn't everyone gotten like don't you guys just automatically pass everything now? Is that not how it works? And yeah, a pull-up bar is good. Push-ups, um, meditation. I'm not gonna pretend I know what I'm talking about. I got like a gallon of ice cream the other day and I've just been eating that. I rearranged my room and haven't gone outside in 2 weeks. Also, I can't eat a lot of food, rationing. Um, you guys, I don't know why I brought this topic up because I don't know how to help you guys out. But I hope that there is a teeny tiny life raft in the ocean of your misery that you guys can hop aboard in order to row back to shore, back to sanity and bliss and some semblance of being able to maintain a healthy lifestyle within all this craziness. How is your YouTube fame going? It's stressful. It couldn't have happened. I it's like the making of a dream come true because obviously this is objectively cool. But it's just so stressful that like I gained 8,000 subscribers in the same week that the world is ending. So I'm stressed about the world ending and also how to maintain a YouTube channel and trying to like maintain connections with my friends and trying to be entertaining. It's a doozy. It is wild. I think I'm gonna fail one of my classes, and it's an academic results-based scholarship. So basically, if I fail, I'm fucked. That's fair. If anyone in the chat can figure out how to help out Alexis, maybe do her homework for her, that would be lovely. We can work something out. Um, oh, I just wanted to catch you guys up. Uh, I am working on the sneeze fetish video part 3 right now. That's in progress. If you have, and I found 3 people with sneeze fetishes who are willing to be interviewed. So if you guys have any questions you would like me to ask them, now's the time. Uh, ask some questions that you would want to know about sneeze fetishes from people who actually have sneeze fetishes. I've been socializing by chatting to friends on Discord or playing video games. It's got me into video games for the first time. Yeah, I should make a video game. I feel like that would be a good idea. We've moved to pass-fail guru system, and our grades won't affect our GPA. That's good. Yeah, if you have internet and you have friends, you guys seem to be doing well. But definitely try to like get some vitamin D or just move the sun into your house. Maybe you could add a quarantine help channel on your Discord. I know some people lost all their income, and I have some savings, so I'd like to be able to help fellow sneeze boys. That'd be really chill of you. I'll set that up once I'm done with the live stream. The automatic passing definitely is a thing in the UK. Damn. I don't understand. I don't understand how like school systems aren't just like, oh wow, the world is ending? Huh. Like maybe we should not do anything right now? I don't know. Um, what am I looking at right now? I thought I saw cool math games earlier. Who would you think are your biggest influences on your videos? iDubbbz, Cody Co, Drew Gooden, Danny Gonzalez, Nerd City. Those are like my top 5. Nerd City are like is like my style icon, like what I aspire my videos to look like. And Cody Co and Noel are sort of just like the humor I'm going for. Um, so yeah, those are my influences. How did it start, and how do you tell others? How did what start? I'm wildly confused right now. I'm pretty good in school, but I don't know how things are going to progress. Yeah, I'm sort of uh generally concerned that like in 10 years, um, I don't know, but maybe we need a plague or a virus. Like maybe this will help even things out, you know. Maybe this will get us all onto an even playing field. I've also got a lot of friends doing postgrads. They might be able to help as well. Yeah, everyone help Alexis with her homework. I think this would be a good use of our time. Is a bleeding nose a subset category of the sneeze fetish? That's a good question. I'll add that to the list of questions. Is a no, because I hold on. Is a bleeding nose part of sneeze fetishes? Yeah, but like I feel like it's not because I'm not attracted to women on their periods in a sexual way, even though it like goes on down there. Um, so maybe not specifically that. Yeah, I guess school is like the only thing that's giving you anything to do right now. So I don't know. I'll open up my own school. You guys can take exams there, and I'll give you guys homework. But let's stop talking about the quarantine stuff because I feel like that's super stressful. How did it feel when Jack's Films watched your video? Um, I don't remember. I don't remember like the initial feeling, but I think I was just really giddy and excited, and I was just really honored that like someone like him thought I was doing well. I orgasmed when he said that my transition was yummy. I really enjoyed the fact that I made him use the word yummy. I think that was a highlight of just my life in general. Who's Steve? Is Joe the new? Is Joe the hot version that they have now? Is Joe the hot Steve that they have on Blue's Clues? If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, look up "Sexy Steve" Blue's Clues, and you guys will be very pleasantly surprised. Tongue tickles. Does that mean I'm tickling your tongue, or does that mean you're using your tongue to tickle me? Because I'm into one of those, but not the other. Maybe if the nose is bleeding while you're sneezing. Right, and then the blood gets everywhere and sort of just sprays all over your screen. That sounds like a great idea. It's the best textbook on real analysis. Okay, this is like some actual. Who is that body pillow dude on his wall? This is Aaron Hansen, of Game Grumps. Uh, that's the answer to that question that I get a lot. Is there any particular topic on? Uh, okay, so you guys can. I'll drop the link to the Discord so you guys can figure things out because it seems like you guys are actually doing homework now, which is cool. I haven't been to college in a year or so. A combination of me not knowing what to do and what am I doing right now? Why can't I focus or multitask? Why am I a failure? Why don't my parents love me? Why was I abandoned as a child? There's so many things that I question in life, and I just wonder what people love about me. Because how could love come to someone like me? Okay, that's the Discord link. So I'll figure out some sort of help homework thing. Favorite channels? Um, I like, I don't know, Nerd City, Game Grumps, Cuddy Co, Savannah Brown, Lauren Brodoff, Izzy Huber. Those are like the only ones I can think of right now. There's also that like marble racing guy. He's been getting a lot more attention now that sports have been canceled. But this is gonna sound really fucking stupid. But essentially, he sets up his marbles in like Olympic games and then like announces them like it's a actual Olympic serious thing, and like you get attached to like the certain teams of marbles, even though they're fucking marbles and don't have personalities. But he does so much work with editing and like voiceover that you look at like a tiny like orange marble thing, and you're just like, that's my guy right there. I hope he wins. Like he's been putting in work. You know, he deserves this dub. Like if this orange marble does not win this game, I will flip the table. Um, okay, Alexis is the Jeff. Nice. Thank you. I like to think I've have a good taste. Ever heard of Corey X Kenshin? I don't know who that is. Let me look that up. I feel like I'm about to be trolled wildly here. Corey X Kenshin. Its first result is try not to laugh, which I hate. Um, who is this guy? He hasn't uploaded in 9 months, so I guess it would be easy to catch up on his videos at least. But no, I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube. Something like a sneezing tournament. That would be interesting. I get like all my Discord followers to sneeze and we all grade and decide who has the best knees in like a sort of tournament arc. What genre of music do you listen to, and have you heard about the noise genre? Um, I listen to a lot of just alternative. I hate the fact that I just used that word and admitted to it. I don't know. I like Temper Trap, Arctic Monkeys, Local Natives, Rich Brian, Joji, lo-fi shit. Um, what do I listen to? What? Childish Gambino. Sports is a good one. I don't. Rowdy Ritchie's really good. Rowdy Ritchie is Jacob Anderson, the guy who played Grey Worm in Game of Thrones. He also sings on the side, and it's really, really good music. It's like genuinely good. Also, I'm a he, not a she. I'm wildly offended you assumed my gender. Alexis is a pretty female name, so I can't say anything about that. Doesn't he have a music playlist here? Yeah, I do have a music playlist on my channel. So feel free to like try to track that down. I also have a playlist of videos that you should watch while you get really, really high. That's my favorite playlist, and it has a lot of good stuff. Um, I once, well, I was once watching a movie called Mr. Nobody, which is about this guy who remembers all the different possibilities his life could have taken before he was even born. So like he's like living all of his like different lives simultaneously. He's married to this girl, but at the same time he's married to this girl in like a separate life. In this one, his parents stay together, but in this one they split apart. In this one, he goes with his dad. In this one, he goes with his mom. In this one, he dies. And like as I watch this, I'm also watching like a gameplay of the game Everything, where like you become different objects. Like you become a deer, then you become a bear, but then you could like elevate and become a tree, and from that tree you become the earth, and then you could like inhabit your consciousness within like a solar system, like spread over to like different galaxies and stuff. And I was extremely high while watching these two things. And I just felt like the barrier between my skin and like my surroundings just separate, and I became like the universe. And it was very cool for 5 minutes. And then once those 5 minutes were over, I had a panic attack and I wanted to die. Um, is a chicken nugget a meatball? Is it? I don't know. Is it chicken? What? Let's define meatball. A ball of ground or chopped meat, usually beef with added seasonings. Okay, yeah. So a chicken nugget is a meatball, technically. We're answering the good questions here. Favorite Beano song. I don't know what Beano is. Howdy, partner. Hey, your boy Archimedes. How are you? What are the bottles behind you on the right side? That is a plethora of alcohol. One might even say a bit too much alcohol. But yeah, I have my mixers here, and then yeah, lots of drinks over there. I was working on the video called I think I actually there we go. I was working on a video called like drinking the 50 best cocktails of 2019. So I got a lot of alcohol for that, and I've been slowly whittling it down during this quarantine. It's been very, very relaxing. Would you rather only be able to listen to Kids Bop or only listen to sneeze noises? Why are you, how can you deprive me of my two loves like that? How can you force me to choose between the quintessential Kids Bop's albums and sneeze noises, the things I listen to fall asleep at night? I've, that's, this is a hard decision for me to make, but I think the day that Kids Bop uh, makes a Kids Bop version of just the kids sneezing to a popular song at the time is the day that I can die happy. Those are his pee bottles. Don't touch them. They are special. Yes, to save water on plumbing and my water bills, I don't ever flush or take showers. What I do is I pee into the bottles, I save the piss in those bottles, and then once I have enough, I will use them to shower with. And that saves me like $1 a month in water and electricity. And in one life he has a sneeze fetish. Yeah, probably. According to the many worlds theory, there's probably many infinite universes in which I am attracted to sneezes. What's your favorite drink? I don't know. I like milk. I've seen meatballs made of chicken and pork. Fascinating. Shoot, what a bar. I just have beer and absinthe. Oh, spirited so damn far away. I recognize you. Welcome. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's not so much that I'm an alcoholic, even though maybe in a technical sense I am. It's just I like variety. It's not like I'm drinking all of this at once. I just like to make different cocktails. But absinthe is surprisingly good. I don't know why people don't like it. What a genius product idea the world is not ready for. Yeah, I think I should buy out Kids Bop because their business model is failing, and Jack's Films is the only person keeping them relevant. Um, and I'll start to produce the Kids Bop albums. Definitely make the lyrics a little bit better, and then I'll include more sneezes in the songs. 1600. I don't know what that's in reference to, so I can't really reply. A Rubik's Cube with 30 quintillion of solved states and one unsolved. So you want me to make a Rubik's Cube that no matter how much you twist it, it's always solved? I okay. So like all the sides are one color, but there's like one block that is this makes no sense. I don't know what you're trying to get at here. But I still need ideas for the erotica I plan on writing for the 10,000 subscribers. Uh Sneeze Bob. That would be a good idea. Any more kink please coming? Yes, I am working on Sneeze Fetishes Part 3. Um Essentially Sneeze Fetishes Part 3 is going to be me acting as the defense attorney for people who are into sneeze fetishes. I will be calling sneeze fetishes to the stand to act as witnesses. I have three sneeze fetishists lined up to interview, people who reached out and want to talk about it and are willing to talk about it. And in addition, I would have like a prosecuting attorney to like say, "Oh no, sneeze fetishes are weird," and that would essentially be like people online who I ask about sneeze fetishes who don't know anything about it, or maybe I would just interview people in the streets. I don't know how I would do that right now though, because everyone's inside. And if you go up to people in this time and say, "Hey, what do you think about sneezes?" That's a good way to uh, end up being shunned from society in general. But after Sneeze Fetishes is done, because I think after the third episode I'm done, I'm going to go from Sneeze Fetishes to Step Sibling Porn. And that's just going to be one episode because I feel like I just need one episode to talk about it. Because step sibling porn is objectively fucked up, and I would like to spend a good 15 or 20 minutes talking about why. When you, yeah, so yeah, tug and nose, either your own or someone else's. I don't know if I've tried because when I was growing up, I watched a lot of Lilo and Stitch, and I was always, yeah, it's not working out. But I always wanted to be like Stitch, be able to touch my nose with my tongue. Um, and to this day, I'm heartbroken that I'm not able to because if my tongue was a little bit longer, I could pick my own nose with it, and I feel like that would come in handy a lot in life. For the fanfic, pee in someone's ear, hold a hole, just direct contact. Okay, we'll add that to the list. Uno momento. Right. Pee into someone's ear. On this list of ideas, I also have Pong erotica and Minesweeper porn, because Rule 34 is not a rule that holds up. If you try to find Minesweeper porn, it doesn't exist. So I bet episode 3 is going to be fire. Can't wait. What's next? Yeah, I hope so. Um, it, I wouldn't want to purposely make a bad video. Of course, it could accidentally happen. So I don't know, man. At the end of the erotica, there should be a concert where Kids Bop plays while everyone in the crowd is the. At the end of the erotica, there should be a concert where Kids Bop plays while everyone in the crowd is sneezing along to the lyrics. Okay, yeah. So instead of waiting for the bass to drop, you're waiting for like the person to sneeze. I'm into that. So Steve, so once Steve has like fulfilled his sneeze fetish, he could take all the kids watching the show to like a special Kids Bop concert, and they could all sneeze there. Two girls, one cup is also a hold hole. I actually never watched Two Girls, One Cup. I don't remember how old I was during that time. Uh, but I am a coward. Even though I know that I could probably very easily find it still online, I don't want to take the time to. And even though I know it's probably fake poop, I just can't do it, man. I I don't know. It's 1 a.m. by me, so I would like some what? It's 1 a.m. by me, so I would like some dwarf orgy pillow fight. Um, okay, you can give that a shot. I don't know. It would be that's a very difficult thing to set up though, because I don't know how many small people are willing to have an orgy together. Urethra fisting. That's a horrifying combination of two words that I never wanted to see with my own two eyes. Uh, how would that even work? Because you would have to warm it up first with like one finger and then work your way up. Okay, well now you have to react to two girls. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Or maybe I should. I don't know. I guess I can do that. Spirited so damn far away, your message is retracted, and I would just like to say that you are a coward for not letting me see what you had up here before. Make a machine that makes everybody allergic to a certain thing so everybody is sneezing all the time. Um, I did, and that thing is called the coronavirus, and I apologize because I let that thing get way out of control. 100K, you have to direct a porn at 1 mil BN1. I feel like that should be the other way around because by 1 million, I'll have better production budget, so I'll actually be able to make one. But at 100K, I could see myself being in the porno. Yeah, sure, why not? I'll do that. I've been wanting to work on this series where I try to make a movie as bad as The Room by Tommy Wiseau, but on purpose. But I just don't have the money to do that, or the people, or the time. Two kids, one sandbox, if I recall correctly, is almost urethra fisting. Uh, okay, now I have to look that up. Hold on. But the title doesn't make sense, and also it has kid. You shouldn't have the word kids in your porn titles. That should just be. Uh, I already don't like this. Sorry, I don't like letting my grammar mistakes be seen by other people. That's fair. That's fair. Um, I'm only slightly disgusted with myself. Come on, Steve, take a sniff. Why are you guys all so horny? Like, it, it's to a point where it almost seems criminal. I would arrest you guys and throw you in jail, but I feel like that would turn you on even more. I'm not even close to the end. Are you watching porn right now? We're watching you. Okay, just because I'm horny doesn't mean you guys have to match my energy. In fact, I actively recommend that you don't because I have medical reasons for why I am the way I am. It's not pretty. Most of us would. Sorry, I am very distracted by something I'm reading. Oh, true, that makes sense. I will ask them. I would look up two kids, one sandbox, but I can't use my school laptop for that. But what's stopping you though? Like, is there is there a physical reason why you can't? Will your body just not make that movement? I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you, Eunice. It's lockdown, mate. How can you be surprised? It's not so much that I'm surprised. I'm just disgusted and horrified. I'm on Tinder to deal with it, but I can't get out of my house. Yeah, but if you guys stay 6 feet apart, um, maybe you guys can work something out. I haven't had good experiences with Tinder. As a 5 foot tall, 115 pound Asian man in America, when I downloaded Tinder, I thought I had a bug at first because I wasn't getting any matches. I just thought that there was something wrong with the app. But then I went back to Korea, and that's when I started getting matches again. And I realized, oh, people are just racist and hate short people and don't like guys who can't do a push up. I don't know. That could have been better phrased. But I do want to make a Tinder video. I just would have to catfish everyone because otherwise there's not going to be any good content. I spent like an hour on Omegle yesterday, and it was very emotionally draining because half the people on there were very, very racist. But like not even in a creative way. They were just sort of like, ah, they made the same joke that the guy before them made, you know. They were just like, "Oh, are you Chinese? Oh, like you look like this Asian celebrity. Oh, do you have coronavirus because you're Chinese?" It got very boring very, very quickly. So I'm not really upset about the racism. It's just I'm upset at the lack of creativity in your racism. If you're going to be racist, at least be smart about it, you know. At least be creative. Could you snot rocket someone 6 feet away? 6 feet. Um, maybe. I think you would have to have like a height advantage first, though. Wait, how tall are you? I'm like 5'4", 5'5". I'm not very tall. I'm probably gonna end this soon because my voice is getting tired and I'm actually procrastinating. So if you have anything else you would like to ask, go for it now because I'm leaving in like a minute. Tall enough to join the Short Kings. Yeah, I like to think I'm a Short King. I'm there with like Bruno Mars, Tom Holland, Cody Ko, Noel Miller, Black Bear. Who else is a Short King? Who else do we have? Tom Cruise, I guess. But yeah, that's it for me. My voice is very tired, and I need to ask. I need to finish the Q&A video. So it's been nice talking to you guys. See you later.